What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, hidden inventory, the Culling game arc, episode 9. Last week's episode was phenomenal. Probably my favourite episode of the season, although the Maki one is definitely in there for contention as well, but definitely between those two, I think. Yeah, just absolutely amazing backstory for Higuruma, is it? I probably butchered that. Higama, something, something like that. But yeah, I love the backstory we've got with his character, with him being a judge, seeing his Yoiki Tenkai, which I actually missed. I saw in the video, you see when my eyes cut from the subtitles to the visual, and I just like totally missed the subtitle where he says domain expansion. Again, it sounds so much cooler in Japanese, doesn't it? Yoiki Tenkai. But yeah, it looked pretty fucking awesome. Looks like some kind of ginormous trial with these what do you call those again? It's not something you bring up too often. I forget what they're called. The gallows, is it? I don't know. Gallow? I don't think it's called a gallow, is it? I can look it up real quick, I guess. A gallow. No, that's where you hang people. Maybe I'm being stupid here. I can't remember. The executioner device, we'll call it. But yeah, a bunch of those. Deadly sentencing. I'm really intrigued to see how this works. There's actually going to be like a trial of Itadori's like life. We're in court. Order. Order. So no violence. Except for when you execute people. Oh, he can't be sentenced to death. Okay. Magi Vegas. That's not enough to sentence him to anything major, right? Okay, so it doesn't actually matter what you've done. It matters how you debate it. I'm pretty sure they said like no one's gotten out of this alive or something. I mean, it's clearly killed a lot of people. Killed. Judged. He was. He wasn't a judge, was he? But yeah, he's the judge now. He's the judge, jury, and executioner. Get my head around this. Yeah, interesting. So they used to be a lot less focused on a guaranteed one-hit kill, but just like being the domain itself, and it looks like his is within that kind of region. I mean, it seems like it's going to end in a one-hit kill, depending on how. I mean, it can end in a one-hit kill as maybe like the the big kind of thing here. It's not exact 100% like, yeah, but it could end up in that. Okay. It's definitely one of the most unique domains we've seen yet, isn't it? This. I haven't actually seen all that many. I might say that we got a lot last season, to be fair. Makes sense. That's why he was so easily able to, well, say easily, but able to get one so quickly. Finding that. You die. Probably. Yeah, I guess you can lie in defense of something. And he experienced plenty of that. So denial, admission, or silence. What's in the fucking papers, bro? I can't believe we're doing all this over this, by the way. Over this. Is this the worst thing he's done? This is the thing we're fucking potentially gonna kill him for. I mean, I guess this ability would use any kind of illegal activity. Like it could be littering on the street to murder. I guess it doesn't really matter what, as long as it's an illegal activity, I'm assuming. But like, this is crazy work, right? Like all over him going into a pachinko place, slightly underage. That's crazy. Like surely the punishment would fit the crime, but again, Higuma, I'm gonna call him. Apologies, I'm butchering that. He clearly, I mean, with his experience we saw last week, experienced people's lives absolutely ruined, even though they were potentially. I mean, I think that guy was innocent last week. I assume he was innocent, but he still got sentenced to life, right? Like, yeah, it's not exactly fair, is it? The crime doesn't. Sometimes the punishment doesn't fit the crime, or not the crime. Is one of these like? Is one of these the right option? Is like another interesting thing. Maybe you can get by on any of these options if you play it well enough. Okay, so a bit of truth with a bit of lie. I think that's the very natural human thing to do. I think that's a very human, like the natural human response for something like this, isn't it? To mix in a lie with the truth. It's you on a machine. Oh, he's just walking. Cash out. Oh crap! Not on a machine, but cashing out. Doesn't exactly prove anything. He is just standing there. He could have took a piss there, for all we know. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't quite agree with that. This is not. It's not a for sure thing. What are you doing, bro? Fight back! Don't let him get away with this. Really? I never knew that. So what was the third option? I forget which order it was. Silence? Was silence the third option? I'll go back now. Apologies, guys. Okay, so silence, confession, denial. So denial was the right option. I think I was right with what I said a minute ago, to be honest. I think he could have picked any option and he would have won if he played it well enough. Really? So gambling is illegal in Japan. Yeah, they have these pachinko places. Oh, so I imagine it probably works like this. You're probably not allowed to gamble for money in Japan. So you probably gamble like a fake made up currency, like call them chips. So you get chips, and then the separate entity is those chips are worth money to the casino, but you can't have that be under the same roof. You can't exchange the chips in the same place as you're gambling. Otherwise, they'll put two and two together, and the chips are money essentially. Whereas you go to a place, you gamble for the chips, and that's all the business does. You buy chips, you gamble chips, that's all that business does. And then you go to a separate entity, which is probably connected but not legally connected maybe, and at that entity the chips are worth money, so you exchange them for money, and that's how you kind of get around the legal. That reminds me of if ever you guys played Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's a grey zone, we'd call it. That's a very grey zone. That is, like, everybody knows what you're doing there, right? Yeah, somehow it's legal. There's plenty of stuff like that, unfortunately, isn't there? Bit crazy. I did mess up the timer. Apologies. Bit crazy. That's illegal, to be honest. When, like, I've always thought this is crazy, like drugs and alcohol. I mean, drugs aren't legal, but like prescription drugs, they can be bad for you. Alcohol can be very bad for you, and that's just like so normalized and legal. I do think gambling money is one of the worst addictions, though, to be fair, because that, yeah. What you got for us, Judge Man? Guilty. Confiscation. Confiscating what? What are we confiscating? His heart? His brain? What do we confiscate from him? Fingers? His cursed energy. Oh shit. Well, that makes this unfair. Luckily, he's pretty physically well endowed. Sorry, why are the subtitles so weird right now? Bruh, fucking hell. I hate this. This is like the thing that's going on with fucking Medalist every season, where the subtitles don't line up with when the characters are talking, and it's so hard like to focus. Maybe for some people it's easy, but for me, I find it incredibly hard to focus when someone's talking and there's no subtitles, and then subtitles come in, and you recognize a bit of the Japanese. Yeah, that was like the last sentence, and like it's like, yeah, my head. You're gonna have to give me a minute here. Apologies, guys. But yeah, it's just like it's confusing because sometimes they're talking and there's no subtitles. Sometimes there's subtitles and there's no talking, and it's like if I didn't know anything about Japanese, this would probably be a lot easier to deal with. Conversely, if I knew everything that they're saying, it'd be a lot easier to deal with, of course. Every made a hurdle in a single attempt. So like there's no subtitles yet. She's still talking. It was Higuruma. Like she's like the sentence is so long, yet the subtitles was four was 4 words. Never had this issue with this show before. I wonder what the problem is today. Fuck, this is annoying. Sorry, guys. Again, might not be an issue for you guys. Thankfully, hopefully it's not. But yeah, it's one of the things I've struggled with. Medalist is a show I absolutely love, and the only negative about that show is the god awful dub titles, where they use the dub instead of the subtitles, and it's just not what they're saying, and it doesn't line up, and it's awful, and it takes a lot of my enjoyment away from that show. So yeah, this is a bit annoying. Apologies. Totally away from the show. No problem with the show. Nice. I'm just gonna. I think. Apologies. I'm just gonna try and pay attention to the visuals. A grade 1. Fucking hell. So he did have a lot of experience. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. No more head fuckery. Love this OSC, by the way. Jesus, shooting him? Seriously, what is going on with the subtitles? Okay, so apologies about that cut, guys. It was just where I was actually watching the episode. I've managed to find a version where the subtitles are actually okay. So apologies about that. Not sure what the deal was. But yeah, I guess did he not hear? So he just lost his energy. Seems slightly unfair. Yeah, what would happen if we fucking had it, bro? He just blocked that shit. I do love the setup he's got going on here. Just a bath in the middle of a stage. Fancy bath as well. Take him to trial. I'm not sure we can do that. Oh shit, that worked. I mean, we saw a retrial last week, and it fucking the outcome was totally different. We just keep redoing this then? Or is it just one more? One more retrial. No, good we didn't pick that option. Good job we didn't pick that one. Although that probably would have been the one I would have went for, to be honest. Just admit to it. Mass murder. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh shit. We're bringing up something deep now. Damn. Oh shit. Oh, and yeah, that makes sense. Death penalty. There it is. That. Oh, that didn't go very well. Well, I mean, that kind of went as expected when you brought up that incident, though, to be fair. I mean, we know he's been thinking about that a lot from the start of this season. Death penalty, yeah. Again, this seems a lot like that case we had last episode. Accompanied by patient. Yeah. In any way. Ah. which you could have easily blamed. Oh damn, he turned it off. I guess that was his judgment right there. That was his call. Again, lovely OST playing right there. I'm glad someone fucking told him. Okay. Nice. We actually done it. So, really nice outcome. Really nice outcome. Honestly, this might have been the perfect thing for Itadori in a weird way. Not to absolve him for what happened, but like this guy might have been like the perfect guy for Itadori to stumble across. Hmm. Okay. Okay, awesome. Like I said, that was I can't really put it into words too much, but it just does just kind of feel like two pieces of like a jigsaw kind of came together there a bit in terms of this interaction. But yeah, I love this guy. This guy is I mean I love his domain expansion, that was awesome. But yeah, like I said, just feels like so fitting that again, I wouldn't say absolve him of his crimes, if you want to call them that or whatever, but to kind of address them in a healthy way right there. So that was really well done. And like I said, I think the soundtrack today was one of the best of this series, to be honest. I remember, was it earlier this season? I remember the soundtrack actually being quite weird and like not enjoying it too much. So to go from that to today's episode is yeah, leaps and bounds, I think. Well, the soundtrack today was amazing. Of course, the visuals, as usual, fantastic. But yeah, great story between these kind of two characters as well, kind of interlinking their stories a little bit, giving each other hope a little bit. Okay, nice. Although, like, this is a good thing for our goal, but this is actually quite scary as well, don't you think? There could be a group of people working together that would just like that wouldn't be able to achieve anything on their own, but could like achieve something hideous now that they can like add their points up together. This is a good. This brings us good, healthy possibilities in terms of helping Megami's sister, is it? But this is also quite scary actually. Now I think about it more. You could also force people to give you their points and so on. What did he just say? Our technique being stripped for 19. Oh, he's just talking about the rules there. Yeah. No. Shining a light on himself and his actions. That's a shame. I'd like to see more of this guy, but I do feel like that is. Yeah, I'm down with that. Hand yourself in. I'm down with that. Killed quite a few people. So we're going to be seeing Receipt Guy next week. God, who knows what to make of that guy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really awesome episode. I think there was like a lot of yeah, just like it felt like the interaction between Itadori and Higuruma was just awesome here, wasn't it? There's probably plenty of stuff I'd like you can look for even deeper into as well, like psychologically and such. But they just seem like I said, just like two pieces of a puzzle kind of coming together to actually enlighten each other a little bit about their previous actions, and their past, and like what they've been through. I mean, we've recently just seen all of Higuruma's stuff, so that is obviously like fresh in the memory. But even from like Itadori and the spree that Sukuna went on and such, just like he I mean, he obviously had like it wasn't like totally like not Itadori's fault. He wasn't the one that committed the like any of that, but you can very much understand the guilt. So yeah, just awesome stuff here. Animation, like I said, was amazing. The soundtrack was incredible. I really like the style of this fight. That it's not your usual kind of just like full action kind of stuff, but the most standout parts were the actual trial sections. Funny enough, although it was incredibly short, I feel like the second trial stood out like this was awesome. Like it was over so quickly, but it said so much so quickly. This retrial right here, it was just like, yep, you're guilty of mass murder. You're sentenced to death. However, and again, it goes to kind of go against last episode where the kid was not guilty, yet he served a life sentence. Itadori is, well, again, supposedly guilty of mass murder, but he's not going to be serving any sentence. And yeah, it just goes to show just how human judgment is like not like correct or logical or such. And again, there's probably plenty of people that could put this in a much better way than me, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, although it was short and over with quickly, I was like, yeah, I killed them, but there's much more to it than that. Much more. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If any of you guys can help or do want to share your opinions on this, I'd absolutely love to read them in the comments. Again, apologies for getting a bit down during the middle section when the subtitles got messed up. Like I said, that was only in one of the versions I watched. In this version, it was absolutely fine. So on rewatch should be a lot better. But yeah, apologies about that. Like I said, that was really disorientating for a bit there. But luckily, it was just like a bit of kind of backstory and going over a few things. So I mean, it was important, but it wasn't like a major part of this episode's kind of character arcs and storylines. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys want in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 10, I think.